Celtic could be about to lose out on a transfer target as a Bundesliga newcomer steps in to hijack a deal, and that is not even the biggest transfer story breaking today. We have also got serious interest building in a winger who has just had an incredible World Cup, a surprising name being floated for the vacant Scotland manager's job, 4 current Celtic players still going in the World Cup, and a leaked shirt design that has fans more frustrated than excited. Let's get into it, but first make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Celtic could face fresh competition in the race to sign Borussia Dortmund winger Cole Campbell, with a newly promoted Bundesliga side now entering the picture. Campbell spent last season on loan at Hoffenheim, but that move will not be made permanent. The Bundesliga club chose not to activate their purchase option after the 20-year-old American made just 10 appearances across all competitions. That leaves his future back at Dortmund, who are open to selling this summer for a fee close to £6 million. According to reports in Germany, newly promoted side SV Elversberg have now opened talks with Dortmund over a deal. Their preference is for a permanent transfer, although a loan remains an alternative if a full deal cannot be agreed. Talks between the two clubs are already underway. Celtic have retained their own interest in Campbell, and the club has shown in recent windows that they are prepared to spend when they identify the right target. Balikwisha and Tunekti were signed for a combined total in excess of £10 million last summer. With uncertainty hanging over the futures of Dyson Maeda and other members of the forward line, reinforcements in wide areas remain a realistic priority heading into the new season. The concern for Celtic is timing. If Elversberg move quickly and convince Dortmund to accept a permanent deal, Celtic could find themselves locked out of a deal they had been quietly tracking. The next few days could prove decisive. Now for the main story, as Elijah Just's stock has risen dramatically following an outstanding World Cup with New Zealand, and reports suggest several major clubs from Britain and France are now closely monitoring the Motherwell winger. Just scored 3 goals at the tournament before New Zealand's elimination, performances that have completely transformed his profile on the world stage. New Zealand journalist Michael Burgess revealed the extent of the interest, posting, "Top clubs from Britain and France tracking Elijah Just. From what I have heard, some seriously big teams. Watch this space." The New Zealand Herald, who Burgess writes for, reports that top-flight clubs in France have already expressed interest, while several British sides are also keeping close tabs on the 26-year-old. Celtic have been linked with Just for several months, with the club showing interest even before the World Cup got underway. That interest now comes with a complication, because his performances in North America have inevitably driven his price up. Just is due back in Scotland on Monday following New Zealand's exit, and his situation is expected to be properly assessed once he returns. Motherwell are under no pressure to sell quickly. He remains under contract until 2027, and the Premiership club also holds the option to extend that by a further year, which has not yet been activated. That gives Motherwell real leverage in any negotiation. Whether Celtic move first or watch the price climb further as other suitors circle, the coming days are likely to tell us a great deal about how serious this interest really is. In other news, Scotland are searching for a new manager following Steve Clarke's departure, and one familiar name from Celtic's past has already entered the conversation. Clarke stepped down after guiding Scotland to 3 consecutive major tournaments and ending a 28-year wait to reach a World Cup, but a group stage exit, scoring just once and conceding 4 goals, brought his time in charge to an end. Attention has now turned to who replaces him. Journalist Barry Anderson believes the Scottish FA should at least explore whether former Celtic manager Ange Postecoglou would be interested. Writing on social media, Anderson said, "The Scottish FA now need to show ambition and appoint an attack-minded successor to Clarke, somebody like Kasper Hjulmand, Ange Postecoglou, Slaven Bilic. Ask the question, new generation of players to nurture, Scottish teams best on front foot, needs somebody with that mindset." Postecoglou remains hugely popular among Celtic supporters after transforming the club following his arrival in 2021, delivering an exciting attacking style alongside multiple domestic trophies. He is currently working in the United States as part of ITV's World Cup coverage. There has been no indication he is interested in the Scotland job, nor that the Scottish FA have made any approach. At this stage, Anderson's comments amount to an opinion rather than evidence of anything concrete. Still, it raises an interesting debate. Scotland's next manager will inherit a talented generation including Billy Gilmore, Ben Doak, and Lewis Ferguson. Whether Postecoglou's attacking philosophy would suit that role, and whether he would even want it, remains to be seen. In other news, the group stage of the World Cup is over, and while several Celtic players are already back in Glasgow for pre-season, four members of Martin O'Neill's squad are still chasing glory on the biggest stage in football. Alistair Johnston has been one of Celtic's standout performers at the tournament. The Canadian right-back has earned rave reviews throughout the group stage, and Canada's reward is a round of 32 clash against South Africa on Sunday at 8 p.m. UK time. Dyson Maeda has once again shown his importance for Japan, starting two of his country's three group matches and getting on the score sheet with the opening goal in a 1-1 draw against Sweden. Japan progressed as runners-up and now face one of the tournament favourites, Brazil, on Monday at 6 p.m. UK time. Austin Trusty's tournament has been eventful. After starting on the bench, he forced his way into the starting 11 and scored inside 3 minutes against Turkey before being stretchered off with an ankle injury. He has since insisted he expects to be fit for the knockout stages, with the United States facing Bosnia and Herzegovina on Thursday at 1 a.m. UK time. Benjamin Nygren has not enjoyed the breakthrough tournament many expected, but Sweden have still reached the knockout rounds despite a tough group alongside Japan and Tunisia. He now has another opportunity to make his mark when Sweden face Greece on Tuesday at 10 p.m. UK time. For Martin O'Neill, the hope will be that all four return to Lennox Town healthy, confident, and ready for a demanding campaign ahead. But first, they each have another World Cup test to pass. Lastly, a leaked image of Celtic's upcoming retro shirt has emerged online, and while the design itself looks excellent, the timing risks making it another flashpoint between the support and the club hierarchy. Footy headlines revealed what appears to be part of the club's 2026 to 27 stadium collection with Adidas. The standout piece is a shirt inspired by Adidas's iconic 1994 template, featuring a crisp white base with a green diamond pattern across the shoulders and chest, gold branding instead of the usual green detailing, and a special gold Centenario anniversary crest in place of the standard badge. On looks alone, plenty of supporters will love it. The problem is unlikely to be the design itself. For over a year, relations between supporters and the Celtic hierarchy have remained strained. The Not Another Penny campaign has not gone away despite the season ending, with many fans still demanding meaningful change from those running the club. Interim chairman Brian Wilson acknowledged supporter concerns and spoke about the need to modernise the club, but months later, fans are still waiting to see tangible evidence that those words are being matched by action. That's all the latest Celtic news for today. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. I'll see you in the next one. Hail, hail.